No profit in it. It's just a downer, man. I want to be free. And I mean, I want to be free. I want to be never separated from the will of God. If God doesn't want me to sin, I don't want to sin, man. I don't ever want a sinful thought to enter my mind. I don't want a sinful word to leave my lips. And I don't want a sinful action to be caused by my hands or feet, eyes or ears, or any other part of my body. God desires to be even more than our best friends. He also wants to be a powerful, silent partner in the good fight. That's what it's all about, folks. This whole idea of the Bible, is called the gospel, and the gospel is translated good news. It's good news. And God wants to be our friend in this fight. It's a very powerful fight. But very powerful friend in this good fight for freedom and liberty, for justice for everybody on earth. Educating, informing people, enlightening people to valuable knowledge and wisdom, to the true nature and character of God and what His will is, which is not hidden. It's there for all of us if we just tap into it. Does anyone else ask, why does money have to play such an overbearing, integral, all-consuming aspect of human existence when it has absolutely no role in the existence of any other lesser creature? Why? With our profound intellect as human beings, why are we burdened down? Why are we saddled with this burden when no other creature has any use for the crap? It's absurd. It's ridiculous. Preposterous. It's maddening, folks. It's maddening that we just don't fundamentally get that we've got to wean ourselves off the junk, man. We're all addicted to the junk, man. The junk is Satan's ambrosia. And we can get off it, but only with God's help, with His coaching, with His mentoring, with Him working with us side by side as individuals and as a collective family of humanity. We can do this thing. We can do it. I mean that. Sound economic policy is really all it takes. Take advice from guys like Ron Paul, and all the other proponents of sound economic policy like Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert and countless others out there that speak the truth, that speak truth to anybody. Power, they don't care who hears it. They believe what they believe. And they've got good mathematical basis for believing what they believe. Logical, reasonable stuff that would hold up in court, man. Unless one is wantingly ignorant, they would agree that a high cost of simply living is no better than a high tax rate. Yeah, I mean, that's really a no-brainer. That's the kind of stuff I say a child can understand, the stuff I teach and preach. It's true. Okay, and that's one of those things is that, it's like, yeah, you want a low cost of living. You want low taxes. That means less comes out of your pocket, out of your piggy bank. You got less hoops to jump through. You got less burden. It's a very cut and dry, simple. It's a 2 plus 2 thing, okay? Yes, you want low. How low? Well, who's to say how low? God's the only one that we could take advice from on this. All the way low, all the way free. It can't be selective. It can't be a little bit and tweak it here and there. No, all the way, man. Universal, full prosperity, security, and freedom. You stop at nothing until you reach that point. There are certain things that I have learned in my life that humans are incapable of succeeding at. Among those things are making, that is, forcing someone to love us. Making or forcing someone to believe the way we do, or forcing them to find true happiness, or in desiring to seek and attain the desires of the heart, the true desires of the heart. Yeah, you can't force these things. It's got to be with some kind of attraction, magnetism, some allure that God gives and say, look, the right way is this way, the wrong way is that. Don't be invested too much in the ways of the secular world. It's all perishing. It's just a mountain built on sand that's doomed to destruction from the onset. When anyone really truly believes some certain way regarding important social, political, or economic matters, I will listen earnestly because I respect the beliefs of others, whether I disagree strongly or not at all. The problem for me is trusting others at their word inasmuch as they actually genuinely believe what they proclaim to believe and are not actually being deceivers, whom are themselves rationalizing out of fear and therefore self-deceive. Yeah, this is a problem with rationalizing stuff and saying, well, you got to make compromise here and there, and this is where I think the line should be drawn. You lose all standing. I mean, you open the door to inequality, for example, and it opens all the way. It's Pandora's box. You open that can of worms and you've got no more standing. It's out. Okay, you believe in inequality. Now this guy says, I pushed the envelope over here to this point of equality, further than yours, and this guy pushes it further than his, and this guy pushes it further than that guy's, until that's all we got. We just got chaos. We got hell on earth when you got that situation. And that's what we got. And it's annoying. It's antagonizing. It's frustrating. It's infuriating. It makes me feel indignant. I don't like walking around with a chip on my shoulder about these things. I want to be living my life to stop and smell the roses, to be a playful little puppy, being everybody's friendly little friend, and just, licking their faces sort of thing, and just enjoying my own stinking little life. Live and let live. I'm a live and let live kind of guy. I'm not an I told you so kind of guy, reveling in my rightitude, a new word. No, I don't give a crap. That's God's glory. Let glory be His. He's the famous one. Everything I've got, anything good and that ever comes out of my heart, my mind, my spirit, my soul, my body, it came from above. Credit Him. Honor Him. Not me. Not any of us humans. Everything good that we could ever do in life, achieve, accomplish, attain, is from above. It's a gift from above. And we will be humble and contrite about our achievements with knowing that fact, that it's Him that did it, not us. In my mind, it is easy to decide not to be an enemy to any person. The challenge comes from convincing others that I am not their enemy. I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'd only add to your prosperity. That's it. That's the kind of guy I am. So I'd make a bad socialist, I guess. If I told you that low housing costs are better than high, that low gasoline prices are better than high, that low electric bills are better than high, that low water costs are better than high, that low food costs are better than high, would you agree or be offended at an offensive flurry of rhetorical questioning, making you look stupid, that I ask such obviously cut and dried questions? See, a lot of people might take offense that I point out the ludicrous nature of that question. It's just, yes, of course. You want low price for everything. And you want decentralization. If you could provide everything you use in your life right in your own yard or in your own building, your own house, wow, that'd be great. You'd be completely independent and free. That's what we should work for. That's why decentralization is good and centralization is bad. As an act of defiance to the God of this world, aka Satan, or the spirit thereof, there is a very respectable side of me that wants nothing more than to stay poor, as secularly defined, until my dying day. It's kind of like these people that take a vow of poverty, Yeah, there's a part of me that just feels defiant about being, rich and successful. With my particular flavor of social, political, and economic credo, I face consternation from the left and ridicule from the right. It's not a lot of fun, folks. But I'm just let's solve it. Nuts and bolts. Let's do the math kind of guy. That's it, man. Let's fix all of our damn problems and come to agreement and live like a freaking family. Get along and just love on each other and just be at peace like a bunch of friendly puppies hanging out. Though one may be oblivious to the reasons they are miserable, They do know for certain that something tangible is bugging them. What good is learning ancient history if we fail to understand